The voice on the phone was calm, almost too calm. "Hi, we just need to confirm. Did you really open 6 credit cards in the last 3 months?" I froze, because I hadn't, and suddenly, I knew exactly who had that. I hadn't spoken to my parents in almost a year. No texts. No calls. No birthdays. Nothing. People always assume going no contact is dramatic, impulsive. It's not. It's what happens when you've tried everything else, and nothing changes. Growing up, my parents controlled everything. My money. My decisions. Even my identity. When I got my first job at 19, they insisted on helping me manage my finances. That meant my salary went into a joint account that I never really controlled. If I questioned anything, I'd hear, "We raised you. You owe us." And for years, I believed that, until I didn't. The breaking point came when I got a promotion. A big one. It meant independence. My own apartment. My own life. But when I told them, they didn't celebrate. They got angry. "You think you're better than us now?" That night turned into shouting, accusations, and finally, silence. I packed my things the next morning, changed my number, and walked away, for the first time in my life. I felt free. No guilt. No control. No constant pressure. I built everything from scratch. New bank account. New routines. New peace. It wasn't easy, but it was mine. Then came the call. A random Tuesday afternoon. "Hi, this is from the credit bureau. We just need to verify some recent activity." I almost hung up, until she said, "There are 6 new credit accounts under your name." My heart dropped. "That's impossible," I said. "I didn't open anything." There was a pause, then she asked the question that changed everything. "Is there anyone who might have access to your personal information?" And just like that, my stomach sank, because there were only 2 people who knew everything about me. My social security number. My old documents. My identity. My parents. I spent hours digging, emails I hadn't seen, addresses I didn't recognize, charges, thousands of dollars, all linked to accounts I never opened. But the worst part, the mailing address on some of them, was my parents' house. I remember just sitting there, staring at the screen, not angry, not even shocked, just empty, because the one thing I thought no contact would protect me from, had followed me anyway. I debated calling them, just once, just to hear what they'd say, but I already knew. It would be denial. Blame. Guilt. "It's for the family. You're overreacting. We were going to tell you." So I didn't call. Instead, I did something I'd never done before. I chose myself. I reported the fraud, filed disputes, locked my credit, and yes, I named them. That was the hardest part, because it felt like crossing a line you can never come back from. But then I realized, they crossed it first. The process took months, endless calls, paperwork, stress, but slowly, things started getting fixed, accounts removed, score repaired, control restored, and through it all, I never broke no contact. People think cutting off family is the hardest thing you'll ever do. It's not. The hardest thing is realizing that sometimes family doesn't protect you. Sometimes they're the ones you need protection from. That phone call from the credit bureau? It wasn't just about fraud. It was confirmation that walking away wasn't a mistake. It was survival, and if I had stayed, I wouldn't just have lost my credit. I would have lost myself. If you've ever had to choose between family and your peace, you're not alone, and sometimes, choosing yourself is the bravest thing you can do.